G'day folks, Mad Aussie here, and I've got some corruption in Western Australia articles for you guys to look through. I'm going to read some of it out, but I've got a few articles here, so I won't be reading all of this out. If you want to look further, it's up to you. All the links will be in description, of course. First of all, we've got the Kennedy Royal Commission. This is a 2002 commission. It says here, the Royal Commission into whether there has been corrupt or criminal conduct by any Western Australian police officer, commonly known as the Kennedy Royal Commission, was a Royal Commission established in 2002 by the State Government of Western Australia to determine whether any officer of the Western Australia Police had engaged in corrupt or criminal conduct. The Commission issued an interim report on 20th of December 2002 and a final report on 30th of January 2004. The Commissioner was Honourable G.A. Kennedy, QC. Establishment of the Commission arose from the widespread public concern over the behaviour and integrity of the Western Australia Police. The terms of reference required inquiry into factual matters and the effectiveness of police procedures. The final report of the Commission concluded that the full range of corrupt or criminal conduct, from stealing to assaults, perjury, drug dealing, and the improper disclosure of confidential information, have been examined. The Western Australian Police Force has been ineffective in monitoring those events and modifying its procedures to deal with that conduct and to prevent its repetition. The fact that there remain in Western Australia Police a number of officers who participated in this conduct and who not only refused to admit it, but also uniformly denied it with vehemence, is a matter of concern. The principal recommendation was that a Crime and Corruption Commission be established as an oversight body in a system where the Commissioner of Police should retain the primary responsibility for managing the discipline of the police service. And that's all there is of that. I don't know if there was a suppression order into this or what, but there usually is. We have many per year in all states. So next article I've got here is more than 1,000 misconduct allegations against WA police filed in 3 months. Now this is a website called themandarin.com. The article is written by Shannon Jenkins and it's dated Friday, August the 9th, 2019. And goes on to say, almost 2,000 allegations of misconduct in Western Australia's public sector have been processed in just 3 months. In a new report, the Corruption and Crime Commission has revealed it identified 1,836 misconduct allegations between 1st of April 2019 and the 30th of June 2019. The CCC attributes this unusual large number to a backlog of reports that had built up due to staff turnover and vacancies. Of these, 1,129 instances of misconduct were recorded in the WA Police Force. Due to a number of factors, the overall number of Western Australian Police allegations processed for the whole year was 2,825, which is 219 more than that of 2017 and 2018. The police force has consistently maintained the highest number of allegations over the past year. Western Australia's police force most noted allegations was neglect of duty, which was 25%, followed by unprofessional conduct at 20%. And here's a pie chart if you want to freeze the screen here and take a look at that and read it if you like. Goes on to say, in the public sector, excluding Western Australian Police, there were 279 cases of unlawful use of computer relating to the use of agency restricted access computer systems by agency employees and local government employees, according to the CCC. This high number came from a change in allegations processing which led to a bulk notification. Unlawful use of computer was the most common form of misconduct in Western Australia Health at 22% and in local government at 63%. In the Department of Justice, using a position of benefit detriment was the most common allegation at 18%, while the Department of Education's most prevalent wrongdoing was breach of confidentiality at 21%. And we have another pie chart for the public sector, if you want to pause that and take a look. More than 60% of the reported allegations came from notifying authorities, 38% of reports came from the public, while 1% came from the Public Sector Commission. And so it moved on to a couple of other articles here, which I followed through. One was the Western Australia Commissioner to Japan fired after corruption investigation. And the other one is earlier this month, police arrested and charged 5 men with 49 offences following an investigation into Western Australia's health services. So we'll just go to the Japan one first. And this is again by the Mandarin. They've posted on their own website. This is dated March 13th, 2019, and written by David Donaldson. Title again is Western Australia Commissioner to Japan fired after corruption investigation. Corrupt behaviour by former Western Australian Commissioner to Japan Craig Peacock cost taxpayers more than $500,000 and took at least a decade to be picked up, according to a report released by the state's Crime and Corruption Commission. Peacock used his role, his position of trust, the discretion afforded him, and limited supervision by his employer to enrich himself, benefit his friends, and to cover up what could have been a career-ending drink-driving incident, alleges the report. The Commissioner's list of claims against Peacock includes a decade of double-dipping on cost of living allowances, claims and payments which Peacock authorised totalling nearly $500,000, reimbursements for the cost of utilities and storage totalling $65,000, to which he was not entitled under his contract, reimbursements for the membership to the Tokyo branch of the Beefsteak and Burgundy Club, where he served for nearly 13 years as its chief wine master, misuse of his official passport to travel to China to attend a convention of the Beefsteak and Burgundy Club, non-payment of taxes in Australia or Japan since at least 2010, an unreported crash in a state-leased car while Peacock was severely intoxicated, after which he spent 48 hours in prison, was fined and disqualified from driving, destroying a computer hard drive following a direction to bring his work computer to Perth, doing favours for and wining and dining friends at the state's expense. So there's a little more to this article with titles like a failure of oversight, consider where the journey ends, and that's the end of it. I'll leave you guys to read through more of that if you're interested. Now the next one was again still from, no it's not, this is from Western Australia Today.com.au website. This is dated August the 1st 2019, written by Hamish Hasty. This is titled Police Lay Nearly 50 Charges in Response to Bombshell Western Australia Health Corruption Report. Police have arrested and charged 5 men with a total of 49 offences as a result of a year-long investigation into corruption and bribery in Western Australia's health service, and warn more charges could follow. In August 2018, the Corruption and Crime Commission tabled a bombshell report in Parliament detailing extensive findings of corruption that went undetected within the Maintenance and Contract Division of the North Metropolitan Health Service for nearly 10 years. It claimed public health officials accepted bribes and allocated work to companies that wined and dined them. The report alleged fraudulent activity, bribery, inflated invoicing, bid rigging, and manipulation of procurement was common practice among senior Western Australia health staff. It recommended criminal charges be laid against 3 former public servants and at least 10 private sector contractors. A special police task force dubbed Operation Highland was set up shortly after the CCC report was tabled. Goes on to say, Serious and Organised Crime Division Acting Inspector Paul Matthews said they had interviewed 11 people identified in the report and more charges would be laid. The CCC report highlighted evidence of serious misconduct involving former public servants and a number of private sector contractors, which has now led to the arrest of 5 people across 49 charges, he said. So far, we have interviewed 11 members identified in the report. In retaliation to the investigations, we found evidence of offences on those 5 and subsequently they've been charged today. There is more to this article, but I won't read it all. If you're interested, you can go down, and looks like it goes through and names some of the people, or ages them at least, tries to partly identify them. Next article I've come across is CCC slammed for not investigating hundreds of police brutality claims. This is published a year ago, October the 1st, 2020, and written by Nathan Hondros. This is another westernaustraliatoday.com.au website, and goes on to say, Western Australia's Corruption and Crime Commission has been slammed over how it deals with claims of police brutality, with a Parliamentary Oversight Committee revealing the corruption watchdog investigated just 15 of the 1,315 complaints it received over the past 4 years. Tabling a report into complaints about the use of excessive force by police, Labor MP Margaret Quirk said it was open to conclude the CCC only investigated low-hanging fruit while shunning more complex inquiries. Evidence given to the committee indicates that the criteria that may influence the CCC to investigate matters more fully tend to be those in which CCTV or mobile phone footage exists. There has been media coverage or the case is high profile, she said. In the 2019 to 2020 financial year, 82% of allegations of police brutality were deemed by the CCC to require no further action. Of the rest of the majority, they were referred back to Western Australia Police for investigation. Between 2016 and 17 and 2018 and 19 financial years, the CCC conducted 4 investigations which related to a total of 12 allegations. Data handed to the inquiry by Western Australia Police found there was 119 complaints of excessive use of force by police that were sustained. Of these, 13% resulted in criminal charges. This goes on with more pie charts and stuff like that, and I'll let you guys read through this if you're interested in finding out more. All the articles will be linked down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.